Hey Naturals, how are you? Uh-oh, I don't have my microphone plugged in. Let me try this again for better sound. Hello, hello, hello. You should be able to hear me now. Hello, Naturals. How are you today? I am your Go Natural English teacher. My name is Gabby, and I am so happy to see you here watching live, seeing your comments. Roque Christian, Radia, Martin, Carlos, Hafiz, Muhammad, Daniel, and many, many more. Hello and welcome to our live YouTube English tip of the day. You know I'm here every day with you at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, New York time, to help you with your top English questions. So today's question is a tough one. I got a question about how to ask questions in English, how to ask better questions in English, how to have better conversations in English. So do you think this topic will be helpful for you? Have you ever wondered about how to ask questions, better questions in English? If this is interesting to you, then please comment yes. Thank you, Christian. You like my shirt, Go Natural English. Many people have asked me, many of you have asked me about this t-shirt. Where can I get this t-shirt? Right now, I only have this one t-shirt. Maybe someday I'll be able to offer them on the Go Natural English site. Right now, if you go to gonaturalenglish.com, you can do two things. You can join my free email group. That's at gonaturalenglish.com. It's very simple, straightforward. You can do it right now while you're watching. You can go to gonaturalenglish.com, and there's a box where you can write your name and your email address. So that's one thing that you probably want to do. And the second thing you can do is, if you want to learn more, there's Go Natural English courses and ebooks. So it's pretty cool. We're working on updating the website and making it even easier to use. But in the meantime, I'm very happy to tell you about those two things you can do. So I see a lot of yeses. Thank you. So let's do this. Let me share my screen with you. And yes, I see your comments about a professional microphone. Yes, I have upgraded for you and for me. Ooh, I see there's a lot of people watching today. Okay, so the question today is, my biggest challenge is to formulate correct questions in English. Normally, it is easy to talk and answer questions, but difficult to make your own questions. Primaim Vasquez. Thank you, Primaim, for your question. I think this is a really challenging question. I had to think about it. If you have this same question, comment yes, because I want to know if you have thought the same thing. How can I make my own questions? How can I make them better? So I'm going to share my answer with you. Here's 2 points. I'll scroll down here. 2 points for you to keep in mind, and then I'll share some common formats, 4 different ways that you can make questions easily in English. So first of all, you don't have to create every question from zero, from scratch. First, you can copy the questions you hear in that situation at that moment. For example, we're having a conversation and I say, "What's your name?" And you say, "My name is Christian." "What's your name?" So you're copying the same question. And I say, "My name is Gabby." And I ask you, "Where do you work?" or "What do you do?" And you say, "Oh, I'm a computer programmer." And you say, "What do you do?" So you're copying the same question. And I say, "I'm an English teacher at Go Natural English." So basically you're copying the same thing that you hear. Now, that might get boring after a while, but it's a great trick to simply copy the questions you hear and use them in the conversation that you're having. So this is an easy way to ask more questions, to keep the conversation going, and to show your interest in the person with whom you're speaking. Number two, this is a great trick. Number two, you can keep a list of questions in your brain that you always use, like a toolkit. A list of questions can give you the tools that you need to have a better conversation. Because during a conversation, you might be feeling tired or nervous, or you just don't know what to say. You hesitate, and then you lose the conversation. You lose the person's interest because you don't have anything ready to say. So instead of having these kind of awkward, embarrassing moments, try keeping a list of questions in your mind. I mean, not a real list on paper, although I guess you could make it on paper, but you want to keep this list of questions in your mind, not reading from a piece of paper. But imagine that you have a list of questions that you usually ask most people in most common situations, such as, what is your name? Where are you from? What do you do? Or maybe more interesting questions like, what are you excited about? What are you looking forward to? What was your most interesting moment from the last week? Or whatever questions that you want to ask. But it's okay to keep a list in your mind and ask those same questions over and over, like your default questions. Okay, now let's talk about 4 common formats for questions from easiest to most difficult. So let's just look at the first one here. So after someone's question, so for example, if you ask me, what do you do? I say, I am an English teacher at Go Natural English. And you? What about you? How about you? Or if you're texting, sometimes people write HBU. How about you? So this is a very, very easy way to ask the same question. But of course, it has to come after someone asks you a question first. Next, yes or no questions. For example, do you drink coffee? Yes, I do. Would you prefer to drink tea? No, I would not. You guys know I love coffee. Okay, next, let's look at WH questions. So for example, how do you take your coffee? This is how we ask, do you want sugar in your coffee? Do you want milk or cream in your coffee? A very natural native way to ask this is, how do you take your coffee? Or how do you like your tea? So this requires a longer answer, not just yes or no, but for example, I take my coffee with cream and sugar. Actually, I take my coffee black. No cream, no sugar, just coffee. Now, of course, we have other WH questions, such as, do you know them? You can type them in the comments. Tell me if you know some other WH questions. Okay, for example, I see you guys are smart. What, who, when, where, why, and how, of course. So I'm not going to write out examples for each of these because this is just a quick English lesson. We want to keep it short. So the last kind of question, this is maybe the most difficult, is a statement type of questions, also called a tag question. But I like to think of it as a statement or a sentence plus a question at the end. So that's the tag question. It's a nice day, isn't it? Or isn't it? Sorry, it's a nice day, isn't it? You're a fast learner, aren't you? Okay, so tag questions, as you can see, the intonation goes down. So I don't say, isn't it? I actually made a mistake. Your intonation goes down, isn't it? Isn't it? It's a nice day, isn't it? You're a fast learner, aren't you? So the tone is important for communication. No, I have a question for you. I want to know, it's a yes or no question. Answer in the comments, please. Are these Go Natural English question and answer YouTube lives helpful for you? Please tell me yes or no. I need to know if these are helpful for you because I'm not doing these for me. I mean, I love teaching English. I love helping you with your fluency, but I want to do whatever is most helpful for Go Natural English learners. So tell me if these are helpful or if they're not helpful. Tell me in the comments. I am looking forward to seeing your comments. So please take a minute to let me know your thoughts. And I want to thank you again for coming and watching and participating and commenting. You are amazing, motivated English learners. So I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye for now.